Okay guys, so just going to show you quickly how to replace the O-rings now. So we're saying there are 4 main O-rings in a slide check remote. A tiny little wee one in the on-off adapter. There is 2 inside the slide check. There is 1 that sits inside the quick disconnect fitting, and there's also 1 tank O-ring on the remote line adapter. So this is the most common O-ring that you're going to lose is the tiny little one, the 010 O-ring that seats inside here. It generally happens when you turn the remote line on and it's not connected to the remote line adapter, and the O-ring just blows straight out the end there. So to seat that one in there, it's quite easy. I just sit it on the top there like that and try your best to feed it down. Sometimes use a bit of an Allen key to get it started. There we go, so I'm just pushing it down as best as I can, trying to sort of straighten it up a bit. Hopefully it'll just seat in there. It's kind of a fiddly little job. See, I'm just trying to push it down there evenly. As I said, it's quite fiddly, but once it's in there, there you go, nice and seated. So I use that just to seat it in there nicely, and I can actually feel it in there good. Sweet, so that's how you get that O-ring back inside the quick disconnect. All good. Right, so the next one here inside the slide check, there's 2 O-rings in there, so there's a little bit more to take this off. What I'm going to do is grasp this one here and then grab the quick disconnect here. Okay, sometimes it'll be quite tight. I've sort of pre-loosened that one, so this will come off like that.
Has it ever been hot?
And then there's a little C-clip here. You can see this clip holds the slide check on there. Sometimes you can just kind of push them, or use some pliers to push that off. Just push it and it will unclip like that, and then the slide check will come right off the end. Okay, so inside the slide check you can see the 2 O-rings. There's one seated there and one seated there. Okay, you can just see it. It's just a tank O-ring. It's just really just the same as that, and they just seat on the inside. So you might need to at some stage check these. You might have a broken one. Nice and easy. Okay, and to put them back in there quite easily, just feed it in, use something to direct it into place. Oop. These are quite fiddly, these internal O-rings. Use something to seat it in there, and just try and get it seated in there nicely like that. Okay, a little drop of paintball oil would go a long way as well, just to make those O-rings slide a bit nicer. Okay, once you replace those, that just fits. You can see the 2 holes there. It just fits back over there like that. The C-clip goes back on like that, and then the quick disconnect. Now if you're worried, a little bit of thread tape could go on here just to prevent any leaks between the slide check and the quick disconnect fitting. Okay, so just tighten that up. Cool. Okay, so that's 3. So the last O-ring is a little bit more difficult to get out. What is a tiny little wee O-ring that sits inside the pin here, and a lot of people don't bother replacing these. By the time that one might break, it might be time to replace the whole on-off adapter, which is only about 20 bucks anyway, so who cares. Right, so check to see on the knob of the on-off adapter if there's a little Allen key. Some versions there's a small hole somewhere here, and it has a tiny Allen key which holds the knob on there. Other ones, they've changed the design now where they just Loctite it on there, so just open it up until it stops, and then just keep turning until you actually crack the Loctite off, and then this will come right on off. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then what you want to do is twist this pin back through. It's a little bit fiddly again, but I'm trying to just twist it through. Okay, and then the pin is going to come out now. There you go, so that's the pin that's inside, and you can see there's the tiny little O-ring there.
Show us the O-ring again.
You can just see
focusing.
Just that little wee O-ring there. So if that O-ring is broken, you can replace it, and so you just pop that one out like this. Little O-ring pick is very helpful. Okay, there. There we go. You can see it's a very small O-ring. And to replace it, it just goes on there, maybe a dab of oil. Nice, just like that. Cool. So that just goes straight back in there with the thread. And bring that out enough so that you can put the knob back on there. But with these ones here, if you have to break the Loctite, it's going to make sense to reset new Loctite. So there's this full strength Loctite, but I'll just put a tiny bit there like that. Lid back on there. Screw that on nice and tight. Okay, sometimes if you want to get that a little bit tighter, you can hold that pin there and then tighten it up a little bit more. There we go. So about there. Feels good. And then I'll just leave it for a little while for that Loctite to set. Cool. So that's it. So that's the replacing the 4 O-rings in your remote line. Slide check. Sweet. Easy as.